So he'd catch a mare and ride over to the backside of the place and then come back. And no, he didn't get any help from nobody.
Now, what did he die from?
Huh? Well, he had cancer.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. But he had a colon cancer, and then it spread to his lungs, and then after Mother passed away, well, Daddy tried to stay there at the house, and he had the maids, and they wouldn't show up half the time. And then he just gave, well, he was going to give these people down the road there that didn't have a house and things, going to give them 5 acres of land to build a house there on the place, with the provision that they would, provided they would tend to the cattle and everything for them, because they had so many cattle and hogs and things. So they were just as good as gold, and they belonged to the Pentecostal churches, and they would leave on Friday and go to their meetings and wouldn't get in until maybe Monday morning or something. So there wasn't anybody to tend to the cattle. Daddy couldn't. We just afraid he's going to fall and hurt himself. And he had about, I don't know how many hogs, but he sold enough one time to buy him a new Ford pickup. But he still had a lot full left. So we talked him in the notion of selling his hogs. He sold his hogs. And then later we talked him in the notion of selling all of his cattle. And then he went to visit my sister at Shelby. She's working for a doctor. And then they talked Daddy in the notion of going to the rest home for some therapy and stuff for his leg. So he liked it out there, and he stayed there. That was back before they had the blacks, but back before the government took over.
Yeah.
And then, he stayed there for about 5 years, I reckon. And then he just got worse, and then the cancer had eaten so much, and he died in the hospital in Clarksdale. Died of a heart attack, they said.
Now, how old was he?
He was 80. He was born in 1894. And he died in 79. He was about 85, I think.
Yeah.
When he died. Mm-hmm.
Now, what'd your mama pass from?
Mother was just 66 years old. She died of a heart attack.
Now, Papa, how old was your mama when she passed?
How old was your mama?
54, wasn't she?
I think so.
I mean, she's 54-year-old.
So you're only about 3 or 4 years old.
I was 7-year-old when she passed away.
Uh-huh.
Well,
I was 7-year-old in March before she died in March. I can get it right. She died in March.
some of them
before I
said you
was
were 7,
October.
and some of them said you were 6. So
Well, I was 7-year-old.
Yeah. So your daddy raised you then for a while, didn't he?
the neighbors raised him.
That was what reason I got.
Yeah. Now, what did your mama die from?
She died of cancer.
Did she? And how long did your daddy live? How long did your dad live?
He was 81, I believe.
Who? Papa Ray?
Uh-huh.
He was 76-year-old when he died.
76, okay.
And what he died of?
Heart attack.
Did?
He fell off the bed
Hmm.
with a heart attack.
We stayed down there. That's after we moved down there to Webster County. We'd go down there at night and stay. Go there all night and then go back home the next day and work all day. My brother's down there. He'd stay in the bed and sleep.
Albert?
Yeah.
No, Fred.
Fred?
Fred they couldn't come because they lived there on the place just right next door. They couldn't come because they had 4 squalling young'uns, one every year. And they couldn't come. And Albert and them, they had a little girl, had a little boy, 12 years old, and had this little girl. And they couldn't come because she didn't want to leave home. And so Bill's sister, she lived there close, but she couldn't stay because her husband had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to work on the road for the county. And Bill's sister that lived there in the house with Papa, well, it was just me and Bill and Charlotte. And the neighbors, they come in and helped us, but it was us. And Ann was little, and we was living in the house with that Carrie Bowen up there. And she would watch after Ann and get Ann up for school and fix her. One morning, Aunt Carrie fixed breakfast. She told Ann, said, "Come on, baby, get these biscuits now while they're hot." Ann said, "I ain't gonna eat them biscuits." She said, "Why, baby?" She said, "'Cause a wrinkle all over the face. That's the reason." And Carrie made them out like that.
Oh, made them from scratch and they're wrinkled?
And yeah, she said there's wrinkled. I don't know what she called them.
We was down there one night, we started home about, around 10 o'clock, I guess. A first cousin of mine was walking behind us, pretty close to us, and I knew he back there somewhere, so he fixed the door when we left. But he come on out behind us, and we were walking down the road there, and I had a hog that I was fixing to kill the next day. And Ann said, "Daddy, you gonna kill my hog tomorrow?" And I said, "Yes, I am, baby." She said, "I want every bit of it ground up in sausage." She wanted every bit of that hog ground up in sausage.
She wasn't too attached to it, was she?
That was the first cousin of mine heard of her talking. It tickled him to death. Frank Johnson, I never will ever forget him. He's down there one night. I always come down every once in a while and eat supper. Bunch of them. I was down there one night and we had biscuits. And Frank he'd done picking him some biscuits, and they passed them around the table and stuff. Asked, "Is Frank going another biscuit?" "No, but I'll set them down." He sat down right by his plate.
Now, how many great-grandchildren y'all have? 4?
Great-grandchildren? 6. Oh, we got 4 great-grandchildren.
4 great-grandchildren.
6 grandchildren.
4
6
greats.
grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now Scott had a boy, Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me something about Christopher. Tell me something
Oh.
funny or something you like about Christopher.
That's Christopher, he's a dude.
He's something else, isn't he?
Oh, here's some. See his picture right there?
Uh-huh.
They
Dressed
come
up.
down, Scott and Brother and Christopher come down home one time, and he didn't hit the ground till up to the house he come. They come down to Ann's house where they lived at Monticello.
Yeah.
He didn't hit the ground good till he was headed to the house. He come on up there. Said, "Mama, it looks terrible up here." After we had the timber cut.
Yeah.
It looks terrible up here without the forest. It's ugly.
It was. I remember when y'all got that cut. I grew up underneath them trees.
Yeah.
That beetle's gonna eat them anyway.
Um,
Well, let's see here. Eric had 2 girls and a boy.
yeah.
And the oldest is Natalie, right?
Natalie's
Yeah.
the oldest one.
Now tell me a story about Natalie. What do y'all remember about her?
Oh, lovely.
She's a handful, isn't she?
Oh, not like Leah.
Yeah, I think Leah's the worst of them.
Yeah, Natalie's real quiet. I don't know much about Natalie.
Natalie's gonna be.
Well, I tell you, Leah. Now, Leah she's a little stubborn and has her way. Wants to have her way.
Yeah.
But she is a very sweet little girl.
Yeah, she's just as sweet as she
She is that now. She's a very sweet little girl.
Yeah.
We was at what the church over at the Presbyterian church one time when Eric and them was over there for a special day or something. I forgot what it was. Eric and the kids was up in the balcony above us.
Yeah.
And when that service, wait a minute, before the service started good, I saw a child coming down the other side. I just got a glimpse of a child coming down the aisle over there, and she come right on his Leah. She come on and she got up in my lap and sat right there all during the service and didn't move.
Huh.
She almost went to sleep one time.
Now, how old is Natalie now? She's
Natalie 9, isn't she?
Yeah,
Believe so, yeah.
9.
Leo 6.
Huh?
Leo 6. Is Leo 6-year-old now?
Lord,
I believe she's 6.
I think she's 6.
I think she's 6.
Jacob's 3.
Now, what do they call y'all?
Mama and Papa.
Do they call y'all Mama and
Papa.
Papa?
Mhm.
Now, what do they call Ann and Roger?
They call Ann Grand Ann and Roger Poppy.
Poppy. Okay, I know they
Roger
called them
Poppy
different.
and Ann Grand Ann.
We was over at Ann's one time, and Jacob was sitting up on my lap, and we was gonna have dinner over there, and we was waiting for Eric and Roger to come in, and I said, "Yonder comes Eric," and Jacob was sitting on my lap, and he said, "Yes, Eric spanked me too." Oh, he roughed on him. He really spanked him.
You gotta keep them in line. They're all three of them, the wild.
Well,
Yeah.
Michelle won't make them mind.
No.
She just lets them go.
Eric keeps them in straight though.
Eric, I guarantee you, Eric can snap his finger and they'll listen right then. They'll listen quick too.
Now, how old is Jacob now? He's 4.
He'll be 4. The
Our wedding anniversary.
Jacob will be 14. Be
No,
4.
he's
Was born on your daddy's birthday, July the 29th. Leo was born on.
one July 28th. Which one is it?
That's
Huh?
Jacob.
Jacob. That's my daddy's birthday.
And
July 28th.
Leo was born on our wedding anniversary,
That's right.
Now, when's y'all's wedding anniversary?
May the 15th.
And y'all been married for 64 years?
I'll be 65 in May.
So you'll be 65. That's a long time.
That ain't all that long.
Not all that long, I don't guess.
That little girl backed out in the car the other day, and I went back by there and stopped, and I knew I needed to go back because the policeman was coming. And I had to take Mama on over to the therapy place, but I went back, and he wrote on his report that I left the scene of the accident but returned.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't leave the scene of the accident on purpose. I left because I had to take her to the therapy place.
Yeah.
I come back there and stopped. And he's talking to me, and I was walking around out there. He said, "Mr. Ray, how old are you?" I said, I'm not but 84 yet. He said, "If I live to be your age, I hope I can get around as well as you're getting around."
Yeah, y'all both get around pretty good. You've had your hip replaced, and you just got your knee replaced.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting around real good. I'm glad to see you up walking around.
Yeah.
She
Well,
gets
it
around
hurts
good.
when
What's
I
it on the floor?
Come back from therapy, it hurts real bad.
Yeah.
What's it on the floor out there?
3? Ain't no.
This here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It come off my boot. I think it's some tape.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
I was playing in my
But,
trunk earlier.
See, it's healing.
Yeah, it's healed real good.
Mm-hmm.
Got you a brand new stainless steel plastic knee.
Yeah. Oh,
Looks like you cut it open with a chainsaw.
Uh-huh.
14 inches down that way.
Big old...
Well, they had to get in there to that bone.
Yeah.
That doctor operated on my hip. He came in there the second morning after the operation. He told Inez, "Ms. Ray, I can tell you one thing. Your 70-year-old, see, your husband has got the hardest bones of any 70-year-old man I have ever seen." I asked him, I said, "Doctor, is it so as you drilled a hole down in my bone, taking a pin and drove it in there with a hammer?" He said, "That's exactly right."
Now, you were 70 when you got yours done?
Mm-hmm.
You had any trouble with it since?
No.
That's good. I'm sure my mom's will last another 20 years. What's the warranty on that thing? Did y'all get the extended warranty?
Huh?
Did y'all get a warranty on your knee?
No, Dr. Sykes told me this would last my lifetime.
Yeah.
That's it. And mine has been a little over 13 years. Going on 14 years.
Yeah.
Be 14 last of June, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause I stayed over at Sue and Mike's while you were in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
You remember that?
Yeah. We was living in Florence, weren't we?
Yeah, living Brandon or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Right outside of Brandon.
Uh-huh.
Where'd you had it done at St. Dominic's?
Mm-hmm.
You had yours done at St. Dominic's?
Yeah.
And you had yours done here in Brookhaven.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dr. Pat Barrett did mine.
Yeah.
He done a good job of it too. Everybody said he was a good doctor. But he just done, he just did hip surgery, and his brother Gene did knee surgery.
He was a sports doctor. He's the one that I went to with this knee.
Who did your knee?
Dr. Syke.
Dr. Sykes here in Brookhaven?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when did y'all move into this house? But it's been a year now, isn't it?
Yeah, it was back in April.
April of last year.
Uh-huh.
We moved in last April,
It's been almost a year. It's been 11 months.
almost a year.
And how long did y'all live in Monticello? In that other house?
We moved in we moved in our new house in '74, and we moved last year.
Yeah, we started building it in May of '73, but we didn't move in it till '74. We had a house downtown and we was living in it. We had 2 lots there. We should have just built on and stayed there.
Raymond asked me again this morning if them apple trees have bloomed out yet. I said, there ain't no apple trees out there. He said, we bought them, set them out for apple tree. I said, that's ornamental pears, that's all it is.
Those pear trees out there?
Mm-hmm.
He thought they were apple trees?
When he bought them, he thought he bought them for apple trees. He said, it's been out there about 4 years.
Said they never did have any apples on them.
Y'all get y'all's blueberry bushes over here?
No, we got a row of blueberries down here. Did you see those blueberries? when
Yeah.
they come?
Did y'all bring those from Monticello?
No.
That last row of blueberries up on this way, coming this way,
Mm-hmm.
our property line goes right down through the middle of that blueberry row.
Okay.
So we get the blueberries on this side.
And they get the blueberries on the other side.
Mhm.
Somebody asked Mr. Jones one time, called him and asked him if he could pick some blueberries up there. He said, yeah, don't pick over a gallons, don't get them on the upper side up there. Now, them belong to Mr. Ray.
Yeah. I gotta have to get your recipe for blueberry jelly. I eat that stuff every day.
You like blueberry
I
jelly?
love it. I love yours.
Well,
I can't buy it from the store. It's not the same.
no, they don't. Excuse me, don't have it. Well, I looked in all of my cookbooks and everything, and they wasn't any recipes and things. So I called this company that puts out the pectin, the sure gel and stuff. So they sent me the recipe, and they said the secret to it was that the blueberries didn't have much acid or anything to them, and you had to add so much lemon juice to so much blueberry juice.
Yeah.
So,
Compensate for the acid.
Yeah. Okay. To make it stand up.
yeah, and then you use sure gel or either Deserto, whichever one you want to. But I have never found a recipe in any of the books or anything that I have for blueberry jelly.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
So if it can be made, she can make it, I guarantee you.
That's the truth. Where'd you learn how to cook, Mama? Just growing up?
Yeah,
After she got married,
yeah.
Was it after she got married?
We lived in the house with Aunt Carrie, this lady, and she was a good cook, and she taught me to make jelly and preserves and everything. And she said whenever you dripped off with a metal spoon, just a drip or two at a time, it was ready to strain up,
Yeah.
to seal up.
and asked, she was just a little kid. She asked Aunt Carrie one time, she says, how come you call my daddy plain old Bill and you call him Mr. Washington? You have another man living on other place over there. You call him Mr. Washington, but you just call my daddy plain old Bill. She said, child, I've been knowing your daddy ever since before you were born. So she's out there at the woodpile one day and had a little hatchet packing on a stick, something with it. Aunt Carrie come along and says, Ann, don't you cut your finger. And she come back down and it didn't catch a fire.